Welcome everyone to TRG and you are TRGG. You're the Rich Gypsy. Welcome to the fam. You are now tuning in to the most elite community. Be amongst us. You must. I'm talking to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, like, comment, subscribe. Today we're gonna do a uncut and raw reaction to some Adrian Broner videos and talk about how social media and the internet will make you famous. Because Adrian Brunner and anybody related as in Dean the Great, anybody that you see on social media, TikTok, Instagram, whatever the streaming apps are, Twitch and Kick, anybody that you see there, the internet is making them famous. No matter how long they may be grinding, they may not be known, but they're known to maybe 10 people. Then it grows to maybe 50 people to 100 people. That's a lot of people. 100 people, you may see that in one video, in one YouTube video. If you're a influencer and you're putting out videos and you're getting 100 views in a video or 100 views in a stream, that's a lot of people. Imagine 50 to 100 years ago, you're going out doing public speaking on a mountain, and you have 100 people congregated and gathered. That is a lot of people. A lot of people would shy away from trying to speak to 100 people, but we're doing that night and day. The internet has allowed us to be able to reach thousands to billions of people. We have people like Usher Speed, who's reached billions of people. We have people like Mr. Beast that has reached billions of people. We have people like Elon Musk has reached billions of people. Regardless of your profession, maybe you have the potential to reach millions of people. And the more people you're able to reach and touch, the more influence you have. And that influence can be converted into dollars, can be converted into currency, can be converted into power and wealth. And you'll be able to achieve your goals, your dreams, with the advent and the technology of social media and the internet. So if you're not doing that yet and you have certain goals and dreams, you need to get on the internet, whether it's showing your face or faceless channel. The internet has a propensity to make you famous. As I mentioned, is Adrian Broner was already famous, but he was only famous in his boxing community. Now he jumped on Kick or Twitch, whichever streaming app. He has expanded his pool of fans outside of boxing. You see in his videos is that when you're able to make your lifestyle, your life, a public event, when you're able to record just about anything, there are people that will be willing and wanting to watch. And this attention can be converted into currency. So, the internet is able to make you rich. It has a potential to make you rich if you're consistent with it and you find a specific niche and you continue to scale up with what works. So, let's go ahead and look at some videos, react to it. It might be quite hilarious, if you ask me.
There will be days where you feel all alone. There will be days where
Let's turn this up a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Where's the volume at?
you feel all alone. But there will
Dude, what is going on here? This absolutely has to be AI. Adrian Broner? Adrian Broner? What is going on? Is this chain here? I've never seen him without a chain. He has multiple chains on. This chain has to be locked upon his neck. And he has a cup in his hand. He has a party cup in his hand. In the spotlight, Adrian Broner is getting back to boxing. He's starting up his training. It's quite interesting that though he seems pretty lean, all the area that he has fat is in his stomach. That is the worst place to get fat. I think I heard recently that if If people were able to get fat, gain weight in other areas than their belly, they would probably keep on eating. Say if all your fat consuming all types of food went to the right areas and just automatically made muscles by eating. It's funny the way the body works is that when you're eating certain foods, it does not translate into the right physique that you would want. But when you eat certain foods, it does translate into the certain physique that you want. So, Adrian Broner, you've seen him in previous videos and previous when he was boxing, he had a pretty slim physique. Now, for the matter, is kind of widened out. You see here that some of the comments, I hope bros see this. What? Powerful. I'm excited for this comeback. He will be better. These people know this is AI. This is clearly not him.
Be dark days ahead of us too. There will be days where you feel all alone.
Hold up, let me turn up the volume here.
And that's when hope is needed most.
He crashed the cup. Adrian Broner comeback. All right.
No matter how buried it gets, or how lost you feel. But there will be dark days ahead of us.
Mark my words, they're going to make this into a Netflix documentary. Netflix documentary. See, that's the potential to the internet. It's that you get this much influence, you get this much clout. You have all these different companies that will want to reach out to you, even Netflix, so that they can put your comeback story on their platform.
We gotta go
Come
first.
on, did you win?
I feel like I'm winning, but I feel like I'm losing.
You're not losing. You got us.
I got you. I got y'all.
Well, he just won. Kissed a random girl. Okay. Awesome. Great work, Adrian.
Like you said, I'm trying
These people have made partying their lifestyle. I mean, how many parties and clubs is out there to go to? I mean, this is bonkers. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Yes, the closest bros. They've gotten really close lately. In fact, in some videos I've seen, Dean the Great even go and kiss Adrian. They are far too close that it's almost suspect. I mean, if you're making that much money together, you gotta love each other because it's only because of them two they have reached to the level that they have reached. I mean, imagine this: is that what exactly would Adrian Broner and Dean the Great be doing right now if they weren't streaming? Tell me, what would they be doing right now? You know, there's only how many times you can box, and then you got to go through rigorous training and then recover from it. And then sometimes, if you get knocked out, you may not want to get back in fighting so quickly. So your money may be limited depending on how much you made from winning or losing. So what would they actually be doing right now if they weren't streaming all the time? So this is a great way. So anybody within your profession, whether it be boxing, whether it be musician, whether it be artist or actor, XYZ, in between the highlights of your career, whether you're a model or some type of teacher, and limited in how much you can do because certain jobs, when you're out there in the public, they want to take away your position because you're so well known. So that's the issue behind this, is that a lot of people are limited by the 9 to 5 job because they want to take their similitude and likeness to the internet. They have something to say, something to share, but they're worried about, okay, being seen by their employer. Well, this is where the faceless YouTube accounts come in, and the faceless TikTok accounts or social media Instagram accounts come in, is that you can create faceless accounts and still do the same thing. So you have to get to the point where in which you're making enough money online, 2x or 3x what you're making from your current position, and then go onto the internet. If you want to show your face, be able to do that, so that if you risk losing your job, you won't have to worry about it because you're making 2 to 3x online already. Or you can go the other route, in which you simply take a risk and don't care about losing your job. Because sometimes with these things, is you have to take risks. The risks will push you to strive harder to achieve certain things in life, without which, if you didn't have that pressure, if you didn't have that risk, you probably wouldn't work as hard. You see, there's a comparison between a person who has no money and has no job, and that risk maybe of losing their apartment or their house, or losing their car. They have limited income. They would work a lot harder to survive, whereas a person that's comfy, comfortable, and content wouldn't. So, in these instances, you have to sometimes get hungry. You have to sometimes act as if you're on the brink of eviction. You have to sometimes act as if you're about to lose it all, to strive for greater things consistently on a daily basis. See, we're not in France right now. You got that excited to kiss little bro. I mean, I'd be surprised if one day that they actually kiss on the lips as a prank to get views. Bit suspect, if you ask me. Especially if they're sharing women. So, looking at the comments, it's saying here that the really best part of 2026 is quite interesting and weird. And ever since they started popping up, you don't see DDG and who's the other guy? And some of the other people that were trending on TikTok and streaming apps. Is that these people have taken the complete space of the streaming community. Is that all we see, or at least that's the algorithm? Maybe it's just the algorithm is just showing me ADRIEN BRONER. But you're not seeing as much the other streamers that were trending, like DDG and IShowSpeed, but he's not doing anything right now. And Kai Cenat, which he's not streaming right now, of course, or Rakai, or whoever else there might be. You only see these people. Or maybe that's just me, tell me. Is this my algorithm? Perhaps that's just my algorithm. Maybe I need to change things up with my TikTok. So, what else do we got here? Maybe like some.
Work out. You gotta take some chances. Not my belief at that time. Right in there inside the
Well, yeah, ADRIEN BRONER is a good boxer. He's a good boxer. I've only seen him get knocked out. All he was doing, he was just talk a lot of junk, talk a lot of mess. Just like Conor McGregor. But at least with Conor McGregor, you would have inspirational, motivational, law of attraction type of content from him. You see? But in ADRIEN BRONER, we have all of this antics and drama issues. And the surprise, like I mentioned in the previous video, is that you want to fight. You want to fight for sure, but it may not be in the ring. It might be in court. You have here. So,
You're so fake.
No, not though.
Yeah, you are.
Ain't nothing fake about
You
me.
say you're my best friend, but you're not acting like a best friend.
I am. I'm trying to patch her back.
Best, some friendly shit.
Yeah, of course.
Duh.
It ain't gonna be nothing else. Duh. Come on, duh. You know, you already know.
I know your intentions. You don't. You would never do that.
Oh no,
You would never do that.
not my type. No way.
Never.
No.
Never. In a million years. Never.
Never. You?
Fuck that.
Never.
you know he's lying there. You know, okay. Said here in the comments, he acts just like Deshay. You see these people, they saw other people, also saw other streamers and how they did things, okay? I have this, how they did things, and they're essentially just copying them. Well, this is allowed on the internet. So you can just copy previous people, streamers, and different influencers and put your spin to it. Try to do things better than the previous person. So here is that he wouldn't be doing this if it didn't work. The key here is proximity. The fact of the matter is that he's talking to her. His game is that he is persistent. He's persistent. And he's in proximity. So he's like a predator, if you will. You know, the problem behind this is that he may experience the good side of the girl, but he's also going to experience the bad side, in which after all the games and the fun is done, then they want to come for blood, you see. And this is what will end up haunting him, is that the majority of his time is streaming and all the antics. He's been intoxicated, drunk, he doesn't know what's going on. And now that does not matter. Does not matter, because it's about becoming famous and making the moolah. But he may look back and see and wonder and be surprised and astonished that, wow, what in the world have I done? And you have dozens of people coming at him, potentially, for their recompense. I hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. But, you know, him being father of what he said, 10 kids, multiple baby mamas, he's not immune to that pressure, you see. And for this instance is that I don't think he's the type that girls would try to go after for lawsuits. Perhaps when he fights again, if that winning number is high enough, in the 100 millions perhaps, then that might be the case in which they might come and try to spin some allegation that he did this, he touched me, that he promised me this. Trust me, there will be someone, at least one, that would try to do that. He said, just come to the room later. See, when you have that much game, there's no game. When you have that much, well, his game is being consistent and just overt and explicit, not implicit and not covert, but overt and straight to the point, his game. The thing is that you have him doing this online in front of everybody with people watching. And this type of reactions that we get here is not the same reactions if the camera was off. So these people in the videos, and particularly the woman, they may be responding because they know that they're on camera. They may be responding favorably because they're playing a role, they're playing an act. So what actually happens on camera may not actually be real life. You see. So do not believe everything you see on the internet. But regardless of the fact, as I mentioned in the beginning, is the internet has eventually to make you famous. It's eventually to make you rich because it's spinning this narrative, it's spinning this fictitious, uh, idealized version of people's life that they want to be in and see. It's giving them something to as a escape route, an escape from their mundane life, so that other people that are watching may be able to escape into Adrian Broner's life, into Dean the Great's life, into this XYZ influencer's life in order to escape from their mundane way of living. So, all that glitters is not gold, as the common saying goes. Your shirt looks like the same color of that chicken. First, you're starting with wings. The chicken looks disgusting. It looks absolutely disgusting. And I've seen the result of this is that there's no the color of the chicken. It seems like it wasn't even cooked. So this is why, Agent Broner. Yeah, I think you need an actual chef. You don't want to cook yourself because one, you're sticking chicken, raw chicken, in a pot with cut up onion. You lost there. You lost me there. Okay. And okay, maybe you have the seasoning correct, but how are you cooking this chicken? Is it in the air fryer? Is it in the oven? Are you deep frying it? This chicken looks absolutely horrendous. This chicken doesn't even want to be cooked. It wants to be thrown away. Say in the comments, I never heard of onion wings till now. I'm sure Rick Ross hasn't heard of that either. Onions and baked chicken, good AF. He drunk cooking. Yeah, for sure. Drunk cooking for sure. All right, fellas and ladies. The internet has ability to make you famous for sure. For sure. And rich. Is that you're able to get on the internet in real life and record your life, record your talents, record your profession, your career, record your likes and your interests. And the world will watch. Even if it's one person, 10 people, 100 people, that is good enough. As long as you don't give up and you remain consistent, you'll find your area of expertise and you'll find your niche, you see. And this advent of the internet is extremely powerful to creating a side income. So if you haven't jumped on and started creating videos, you should start today. I am the Rich Gypsy, UFCB.